Well, Kenny, thanks for joining us. Your thoughts on another draw?
Yeah, first off is frustration, a little bit of disappointment as well, first off. It was pretty easy for us to get up and around their box and we had good sort of foothold in the game, if you like. But while our finishing, our final ball, some good clearances by them, some good saves, didn't go our way, there was always the threat of Elliott List on the break, which in both halves was there definitely. So it made it an even contest. But we do need to get up and around that box and start carving out the more clear-cut chances and then importantly obviously finishing. And we can talk about sort of referees' decisions and was it a pen or wasn't it, but I did think the game was there for us really, and we didn't take it, so quite a bit of frustration.
It did look like a penalty to me. Did it to you?
Yeah, it did. What the referee's saying, there wasn't enough. It was contact, but there wasn't enough contact, and that's his honest opinion, and that's it. But it did look like to me. But similarly, we had chances, we had other opportunities, and we've had a little run now of not scoring goals. And when you put it into sort of the context of 5 or 6 games, I think 5 draws out of 6 now, and the goals for column, you put it in the context of that, and that's what we're all doing at the moment, and that's where the frustration comes from.
And this afternoon you came up against the debutant goalkeeper Adam Smith, made some very good saves, one in particular that denied Harry Smith.
Yeah, and even then, made some good decisions. Obviously, they've got a lot of experience at the back if they sit deep, and that makes it, with Coker there playing left back as well, and Lyons coming in, and Prosser and Cuthbert. Obviously there's a lot of experience there. It makes them go deep, but it was difficult for us to score in those moments. But as I said, we can look at today as individually, and they're first to the ball a lot in the box. But it's a little pattern of a few games for us, and that's why it's so frustrating, because while we look pretty solid at the back, it always makes you nervous, to be honest with you, today, because if you don't capitalise on that, the fact that you're on top, and we were on top, if you don't capitalise on that, then it's likely to bite you slightly. It didn't today, but it did look like it was going to. And as I said, our play going forward, our final ball, ultimately then our finishing, our incisiveness is something that we do need to come back if we're going to be contenders.
You've got so many attacking options. Paul Smith, is that because of an injury? He's not available today?
Yeah, he felt his hamstring. Not a bad one. It's the other one. It's the left one to where he was out before, and that's obviously frustrating because he just hasn't really got going for us yet. But it's as I said, it's the other hamstring now. The good thing is though, it's not as long as last one. It does look like possibly a week, maybe 2. That's where it is. But some frustration with Paul because, as I said, he showed glimpses of it and bits and pieces, but hasn't really been able to get a regular run yet.
As you look to get those elusive goals, are you thinking about maybe changing the formation?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, 100%. We've got good width at the right time with our full-backs in terms of our service, and then finding the right combination up front anyway, yes, is definite, and backing the right people, and as you say, making sure we come up with something that can get us the goals, because we can't keep relying defensively all of the time. And while we look solid, while we've got a good foothold in every game, while, as I said, we had the lion's share of the play and worked it up until the box, it was disappointing from there on, and that's a big frustration.
This division is so tight. A couple of wins would make such a difference.
Yeah, it's still there. It's obviously it's still there. But as I said, I'm disappointed right now because of the run of results. I think there's some solidness and some competitiveness about us, which is good. But we need to build on that. And if we do want to be contenders, we need to take it a step further.
And finally, Kenny, it was a good travelling support.
Yeah, it's great to see the whole end packed, and as frustrated as me, I'm sure, with how we had good control in the game and looked like we could go on and beat the opposition, but failing to do that. So my thanks go to them, and frustration shared.